Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel once again. So we are in between these 7-day series of Christmas elements and today is the day 5. So in the previous video we have learned all these pine cones. We have also learned how to draw ribbons, gift boxes and also Christmas tree doodles. And you can get a link into a description section for all these videos. Now let's start with today's video. So today's video is all about Christmas bulb or bubbles. These are the very important element for the Christmas. So let's start with the first one. So first one is going to be simple and most common bubble. I have created these bubbles into my greeting cards previously so many times, having some round kind of shape like this. So you can use any object to create this round or a circle, or you can use rounder as well. Now I'm creating the upper section and a string or a loop. You can choose a string as well, you can choose loop as well, or you can add some extra elements into the string as well. It's totally fine. So this is the simplest one, everyone knows it how to draw it. Now inside it you can add any kind of pattern into it. I like to use all the floral stuff like flowers and leaves, those kind of things. So I'm adding those things here as an optional stuff. You can add other elements as well, or you can simply shade it with the help of contouring process. So this one is the simplest one to draw and create, and you can do all these things using watercolor and convert these into beautiful greeting cards. Once done with your floral stuff, you can do a little bit of contouring in the other areas. Now this is the basic one and the simplest one. Now let's create another one having a little different kind of shape. So let me create one basic guideline for myself. This is more like an oval kind of shape, we can say, or a leaf kind of shape. So something like this I have created. This basic guideline is important because of this only we are creating different bulbs. So this time I'm creating a long string, not a loop. Also I'm adding one ribbon here. So these things are optional. If you don't want to do these things, just avoid it. Now create some spiral kind of structure around it. So I'm creating this S kind of shape and again creating the same S kind of shape attached with each other, so you will get something like this and spiral effect. So create S, create another S, and you will get one segment like this. So you need to repeat all these things throughout your oval shape. Now let me trace everything with the help of pen. We are going to do this step in every bulb that we are going to do today. So I'm doing it slowly for this particular one, and we can skip this step for rest of the other bubbles. Now we're done with tracing it. Now you can see how beautiful this bulb is. Now you can do some extra shading and contouring. So I'm adding some extra contouring effect on the left side and right side, keeping the center part blank. And we are done with second one as well. Now let's move to the third one. So for the third one, I'm keeping a very different kind of shape. This is more like a leaf only, but little bit broader and one pointed end. So you can create the upper section and you can create the string. Again, do all these things with the help of pencil first, so that you will get a proper symmetry between both side, left and right, so that you will get a good shape of all these bubbles, right? Now I'm adding same spiral kind of structure, but this time I'm ending my S kind of shape in the bottom section. So I'm starting with different places, but I'm ending at the tip of the base, right? So this gives a very different effect as compared to the second one. And then you can rub all the unwanted pencil mark. To give some extra shading, I'm creating two lines, and I'm repeating the same thing throughout. So this is the third one. Now let's move to the fourth one. So for the fourth one, again, this is more like a second one only, the basic shape, but this is more of a vase kind of structure. The second one was more towards a leaf kind of shape. This is more like a vase kind of shape, and then you can add a loop of string at the top, and you can trace everything with the help of pen and rub all the unwanted pencil mark. Now let's create some pattern over here. So I'm creating one dot and four structure, left, right, upper and downward direction, and I'm repeating the same thing again and again. Attaching all these things together give you some crisscross pattern like this, and this gives you a very nice effect. So you can add any pattern whatever you like. So I think this one is nice to have in the bulb. So we are done with the third one as well. Now let's move to the fourth one. So the basic structure that we are creating is the most important thing to do. Then you can do some extra shading and detailing to give some different perspective of the bulb. So this one is more like a round kind of shape, having a little bit oval kind of structure in it. Then I'm adding spirals like this, and I'm starting from different location and ending in a different location. In this one we have ended everything in a same location. In this one we are ending spiral in different area. So that's the difference. Now you can add some other elements in between these lines. So I'm adding this small oval kind of shape and creating a string like this. Now let's move to the another one. So this one is a little bit longer and sleek, and both side it has one pointed end. Let's create a loop or a string or a ribbon, whatever you like. Trace everything with the help of pen. And for this particular one I'm adding some parallel lines like this throughout the bubble. This process is called hatching. And then cross hatch the whole element, but leaving some of the area in between. So I'm cross hatching everything but leaving few areas in the middle, right? So this is more like light is coming from the center, so you have little brighter area in the center. Now let's move to the another one. So in this one we are creating a diamond kind of shape. So create two lines and create a diamond kind of structure. Do it with the help of pencil first so that you can correct things easily. Then create the upper section, the loop and the socket area. Trace everything with the help of pen and then do some extra detailing into it. So I'm creating this two section in the diamond and then creating some lines in between. Now you can trace all these lines together with the help of pen. You can do some extra shading and detailing. You can also apply cross hatching and cross contouring process into these things. It's totally fine, but I want to keep it simple, so I'm just tracing the lines that we have created. And let's rub the unwanted pencil mark. Now let's create this one. This is longer bulb having a spiral kind of structure in it, just like we did for the second one. So I'm keeping this structure a little longer, and then you can create the socket area and the string. Now you can keep a ribbon as well. Again, this is optional. If you want, you can have it. We have learned everything about ribbon in my previous video, so if you want to refer to that video, you can get a link into a description section. Now add spirals like we did for the second one. So creating S kind of structure, then attaching all those S together and creating something like this. So based on your basic shape, you will get your bulb shape, and then you can add some extra elements into it. So for this particular one, I'm adding just one line in between these section like this. You can do some shading as well if you want to, but I want to keep it simple for now, so I'm keeping it like that. Now let's create the last one. Again, I'm keeping this one simple. This one is again a round bubble, the simplest one, but this one is in the floor, not hanging, right? So what I'm doing, I'm creating two bubbles side by side. So second one is hidden from the first one, and then you can create your socket area and a loop area in a different direction. You can keep it, and then you can do some extra element here and there. So I'm adding some flowers, some pine leaves, all things related to Christmas. You can add those things. Again, these things are optional, just to show you what you can do. You can keep all these things not hanging but in the floor as well, like this particular one. And then you can do some contouring process. So contouring means creating parallel lines only, but in an object shape. So I'm creating little curved lines to contour these areas. So I have cross contoured the first one, and I'm doing for the second one, but leaving few area blank. So we are done with today's video. Hope this video is helpful for you guys. Please do let me know if you have any kind of feedback for me, and thank you so much for watching my videos. See you guys in the next video.